Hello, this is a prototype for a P2P piston bolt network. I did not come up with the Demibolt. That's probably going to be apparent as I show you the prototype. The only other way, so I started developing this a while ago, and I kind of ran into some of the same conclusions that other people who were trying to make the same thing ran into, which was decoding which station you wanted to go to in ranges, which led to very strange ways that you had to lay out the track, order the stations, and then decode at the intersection which stations you wanted to go to. So I came up with this. I like simple. Simple is great. Simple is fantastic. That's the objective. I will show you this. So 1, that's station 1. If a minecart comes into this intersection, the data comes along the piston bolt through this comparator line and gets saved in this little cell here. And the cell feeds into this hex decoder. So 1 through 15. We cannot do 0 values because I use the data to carry along the right side of the piston bolt network. But like I said, 1 down there. So this is how easy it is to program. This is your 1 torch. This goes here, the 3rd turn. Where's the 3rd turn? Right here. Bam. If you wanted to go to 2, which is over there, this is going to have to go to the default turn, which you would just leave unprogrammed. As you can see, this torch doesn't go anywhere. And if you wanted to go further down the line to go to 3, you put this torch to go here and activate the 1st turn, which sends you off this direction. And then default turn, we go to 3, it's unprogrammed, and you go. So now let's talk about some of my incapability, or just, I don't really understand how some of this works. I understand that the hitbox for minecarts is inside the piston, and then it goes here, and it's inside here, and I understand that, but trying to get aligned piston bolt track around corners was kind of a pain. Because the whole idea was I want to place these in chunks, in 1 chunk, and I want it to be aligned with the piston bolt track in every direction. And that worked, but that came with some caveats, which I will show you. This is one of my left turns. Again, this track, somebody else made this. I just kind of janked it together for the prototype. As you can see, if I knew exactly how this worked, I probably could have made this better. And so that's 1 turn. If we go over here, this is another turn. And then I just had to lay out a bunch of different comparators. Look, it's not pretty. It's a prototype. I mean, I haven't even used tripwires ever before in builds. So, I mean, that was kind of interesting to use. The water in the intersection, obviously you can't place that in the nether, so I just came over here, pasted it, and just kind of remade it. This is super jank. I do not like this, but it's fine. It's not the final product, and it works. And I will demonstrate that. So if that's a bad example, I destroyed the observer here. So this is station 14. And if we want to go from 14 to any other station, we can. And I'll show you. Let's go to 12, which is right there. Flip the lever, and off you go. Now, I tried to make this to accept stacked minecarts, and if you've ever worked with stacked minecarts before, it's a real pain. They separate. It's not good. They can travel along a piston bolt network indefinitely if you can just keep them stacked, right? I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of weird. It's not what you would expect from them. But yeah, I made this because I wanted to be able to lay out the track in any way you wanted and number the stations in any way you wanted. I did lay them out in numerical order as they kind of go around the loop, but that's just for organization purposes. And really, I mean, this could be any number anywhere, doesn't matter, because each individual number you can program to go anywhere. And sacrificing stacked minecarts is fine as long as we can add chunk loaders to chunk load along the network so that maybe you can't send 10 minecart chests with shulker boxes across the network at the same time, but you can do it about every 8 seconds. And with the new nether portal chunk loading update, it's not going to have a 15-second cooldown. It's going to have a 0.5-second cooldown for sending items through to chunk load. So that's cool. That means I don't have to worry about sending every 15 seconds and this being even slower than it already is, because it's about 8 seconds from anywhere, any input to any output. And God, I am really not a fan of these turns, but it works, like I said. This is more of a proof of concept than anything. You would probably not only build this in the nether, but have one hub connected to 8 different networks going in 8 different directions so that you could maximize the amount. Let's see, 3 times, yeah, whatever. And I don't know, this needs some finesse. I'm not sure if it's worth developing because other people have made much faster networks, and they just kind of dealt with the weird way that you would decode which station the minecart wanted to go to. But I just wanted something simple, because simple is good. Simple is very good. Not the best. It's not the best. But, and it could definitely probably be compacted down. I've tried to compact this mechanism down, but it kind of sucks. Basically, all this intersection is, it's just a memory cell, a hex memory cell that feeds into this station selector, but it's just a hex decoder. And then once you go through, drop down, it disables this comparator, which sends it out wherever you want to go, so that it doesn't send out the signal to other intersections, because then it'll just be saved there, and it'll probably mess up wherever they wanted to go. If this is worth further development, or this seems interesting to anyone, I'll definitely continue keeping at it. This is like version 4 or 5 at this point. A lot of pain to get here. But like I said, it works. Technically, I could add this into my world, but I'm not sure if I want to. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas or any feedback, just let me know. Bye.